Crafters, this is Debbie from Creative Thoughts for You. Welcome to another one of my video tutorials. Now today I thought I would show you how to make two very simple cards using a piece of 6x6 designer series paper and a piece of A4 cardstock. So I'll start my cutting with, right, this piece is lovely lipstick, and I'm going to cut it at 5 3/4. Now some of you might say, why have I cut it at 5 3/4? Well, it fits into the envelope size that I use much better than if I cut it down to the 5 1/4, which I know a lot of you, or 5 1/2 that a lot of you use. So I'm going to take the second piece and now I'm going to cut this down to 5 3/4. Now I have a little tiny piece left over, which we are going to keep until later. I'm going to get my DSP and we are going to cut our DSP at the 4-inch mark, and then I'm going to turn the cardstock, the DSP around, and I'm going to cut it to 5 1/2. We're going to keep this at the bit because we're going to need it, and this piece here we're going to cut to 1 1/2. And we're also going to cut this down to 5 3/4. We're going to cut this bit down to 5 3/4. And we're going to cut the piece that remains from the cardstock, we're going to cut that down to 5 3/4. There we go. Right, and that little piece there needs to be cut. So this is there, the little piece that was left. That needs to be cut, that's 4, so that needs to be cut to 3 7/8. So out of that piece of DSP and cardstock, these are the only bits that we have left, which I think is absolutely fab. We're going to take our scoring board, and we are now going to score the bases for the cards, and we're going to score these at 4 1/8. Pop that up there, I don't want to cut it like I have done before. And this is going to be 4 1/8 again. There we go. Score it. I keep forgetting, if we're using the Stampin Up trimmer, the best way is to actually pick it up from the top, but your instinct is to pick it up like that, but the better way is that way because it's just easier. But I forget each time. Right, now besides the two pieces of cardstock, well, the cardstock and the DSP, we're going to be using two other small pieces of cardstock. Now this piece measures 5 3/4 by 1 3/4, and you need two pieces of the Whisper White to go inside the card, and that measures 5 3/4, sorry, 5 1/2 by 3 7/8. Forgot what I was saying. Right, fold and burnish our cardstock. Now we're going to take the big piece of DSP, and we're simply going to glue it. And I love liquid glue because it moves around for a little bit after you've stuck it, so if you mess it up you have got a few minutes to move it around and save it. Right, stick that on, make sure that it's equal on all side you want, and that's the base for our first card. The second card, we're going to take the small piece of Whisper White, and we are going to take the DSP, strip of DSP, and we're going to ink that up as well. Oh, sorry, not ink it up, glue it up. Now we're going to stick this on there like that, so that it even at the top and bottom. There we go. And then we're going to take the glue again, and we're going to glue the back of the white cardstock. Don't need a lot. And we're going to stick this probably just over 3/4 of the way down the card. That's it. And now for our insides. Right, I'm going to take this piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to take this piece of DSP, and we are going to glue it down on the inside. There we go. I think I have a little tiny bit of white strip showing, I think. There we go. Happy with that. I think I might have to slice a bit off the end. It's a bit over, tiny bit over, and I'm so, it's got to be so perfect for me. I'm such a, there we go. Take this now, and we are going to glue it up. How are you all getting on with Storm Dennis? It actually seems to have quietened down a little bit today with the rain, but the wind's still quite high here in Cornwall. We've had a few problems with main roads blocked because of fallen trees and things. Right, there we go. So that's our card inside and out, and we're going to do the same on this one now. So we're going to take our piece of DSP, and we're going to stick that to the bottom. And looks like I've measured that wrong. It should be 5 3/4. Sorry, 5 1/2. But all my measurements will be on my blog. I can't find my. I can see them. They're over there. Snip that off. Glue that inside our card. Oops. Here we go. Perfect. So that's the front and the inside done on both cards. So I'll put those to one side and just let them dry for a minute. Now we'll take a piece of scrap Whisper White cardstock, and we are going to take some lovely lipstick ink. I'm going to ink it up. Making sure it's the right way up. Ink that one. And I'm going to take this one and stamp this one down as well. And what I'm going to do next is take the little die. I'm going to put that over that one, and I'm going to take the third one from the centre out and go on that one, and I'm going to run them through my big shot. Right, so after you've run them through your big shot, you'll end up with these, and what I'm going to do is turn them over, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back just to make it pop a bit. Oops, 1, Now just remember, if you're putting this to the post, then put a few of these dimensions on because it might get flattened otherwise. Right, one there, one there, one there, and a final one there. Right, now we're going to take our card, take the bits off the dimensionals. Do you find that when you're making cards that you have these all over your house, the backs of these? They get everywhere, or they seem to. Right, now we're going to put this in the centre. I'm just going to plop it down. There we go. That's our first card. Second card, remember that little bit of card that we took off the cardstock at the beginning that we said we weren't going to waste? Well, I'm going to put some glue on the back. I am going to put this probably about 3/4 of the way down the card. It's just my preference, you can put it anywhere you want. Take my paper snips again. There's my scissors, come here. Hiding under my trimmer. Right. Let's cut that off, it's a bit. Right, and then we're going to take the last of our sentiments. Take these off. Now this method you can use on any cardstock, any coloured card. It's just a quick and simple, easy card to make. There we go, and I'm going to put that, I think I'm going to put that just off centre, about there. And then we have two beautiful cards. Yeah, really pleased with those. They look really nice. Anyway, if you would like to buy any of the products shown in this video, please click on shop now with the link below, and the measurements you can find on my blog, which is deborahpaull.blogspot.com. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give me the thumbs up. Please feel free to leave your comments, good or negative, and I will see you again next week. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.